Seems like nowadays everyone is selling or trying to sell an online course. However, majority of the people make one big mistake. And I made the same mistake when I launched my own online course February last year. At the time, I had over 100,000 Instagram followers, and when I launched my online course, the first month I made $500. I knew that my course was really good. It was filled with knowledge, was not really expensive, but no one cared. Meanwhile, I saw other guys making a killing selling their online courses with less followers than me. And over this time, I developed a system which allowed me to take my online course from $500 per month to over $30,000 per month. And I even had months where I made over $60,000 profit. And all of this was with a low ticket course. It wasn't some sort of $2,000 offer or anything like that. So for those that want to start selling an online course, or maybe you already have one, I will break down everything I did so you can go out there and make more money. All right, guys, let's get straight into this, okay? So I picked some of the guys that you may or may not know: Alex Becker, Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, Sam Ovens. And I want to ask you a question. What they have in common, what all of them have in common, besides that they are already very successful businessmen, right? These guys are not doing the things the same way as majority of people are doing it. And I learned one thing from Alex Becker. He specifically shared this, and Russell Brunson shared about this, what I'm gonna tell you, what I actually implemented to my online course business to essentially like go from $500 per month to over $30,000, as I said. So back when I was struggling and I was not making the money I wanted to make, I constantly kept looking at these guys' videos. And Alex Becker said one thing that allowed me to change my business. Okay, so one thing that he said is that you're not gonna make majority of your money on a front end. All of the great businesses make their money on the back end. A lot of you don't know this, but Alex Becker, before he became this crypto guy on the internet, he started as a SEO expert, SEO search engine optimization, and he was selling informational courses around SEO. He realized that, hey, if I get people into my funnel and I lose money on a front end, I lose $5, but in 6 months, on average, I make $30 per every single person that I get into, on average. Of course, not every single one of them gonna buy something from you, but on average, I spend $5, I make $30 in 6 months. So let's say I spend $500 today, I'm gonna make $3,000 after 6 months. It compounds over time. And how these guys are able to do this is through reciprocity and through content creation. So Iman Gadzhi tells you to start an agency, right? And do cold outreach, while he never really done it himself. He started creating content very, very early, right? And he started sharing valuable advice to people and selling digital products. Alex Hormozi doesn't really sell you anything, but he has a different demographics. He 100% sells you something if you're a business owner and if you make money, which is totally fine. Russell Brunson, what he does, he essentially has a funnel where people pay just a shipping price for his book, and he gets you into his funnel through his book, which he breaks even on. So he doesn't lose any money on the front end. He doesn't make any money, but he gets you into his funnel where you buy his software and other products down the line. So what they do have in common is that they have a very strong funnel on the front end. And you don't really see them promoting a product through their content. They don't go out there on stories and say, buy this, buy that. Very, very rarely they do that, right? Because the content itself that they post gets this big amount of audience into their funnels. And funnels, this is where they have engineered the system to sell you on the product, okay? So let me just get into exactly my journey, and everything's gonna make more sense. And then I'm gonna show you I'm gonna break down my entire funnel. So before I even started my journey on Instagram, before I started growing my own personal brand on Instagram, I was growing personal brands for other people. So I was creating content for them, okay? So this is how I got into the game. So I didn't even have a product when I started. I didn't have anything. I had no clue how I'm gonna monetize whatsoever. So what I did is I just started pumping out content as as normal, right? As a lot of people do. And randomly, I grew to 162,000 followers, as you can see, right? And I still didn't have a product. But I decided to put all the knowledge I learned from working with these personal brands and also growing my own personal brand, because that I think I had a pretty good diverse understanding on how to grow on Instagram. So I put up together a course called Creator Accelerator, I think. It was the first version of the course. And as you can see, I tried my best to promote it. It was in March 5th and March 18, 2023. I was doing like this dumb method of just directing audiences to a link, trying to convert them with a discount, whatever. And my first month, I made $571. Promoting heavily, poor results. One small change that I'm gonna share with you, a small puzzle piece, changed everything, and I started making $10,000 per month. And what that small change was is that instead of promoting a paid product, I taken a small puzzle piece from that paid product, something that is already inside there, like a demo version, and I created a free product out of that. So when you have a paid product, think of how can you get some parts of that paid product for absolutely free to people, the essential parts that could give them results, right? How you can structure that in a way that it doesn't give too much value, so they don't buy anything, but it also gives enough value so they, like what they get and they enjoy it and get results with just free stuff. And that way, I also started building my email list. So as you can see, in July 2023, just a year ago, I had 5,000 people on my email list. It's crazy to think because right now we're really close to 100,000. So it's been a year, and I'm definitely going to drop a video on how I grew that email newsletter, the entire email list to almost 100,000 within a year. But with 5,000 email subscribers, I didn't promote on my Instagram, nothing. I just had one free product that I sent all the traffic from my Instagram, in return getting people's emails. And on my email, I sold, okay? I just used my email to sell the product, okay? And I was doing 2 to 3 promotions per month. And this thing absolutely skyrocketed my business. One thing that you can do, guys, is also, I never tried it, but some people do it, is make that product very cheap. Don't make it completely free. Make it like $1 or something. That way, people that get that $1 product are going to be much more high quality leads. So imagine having 5,000 people on your email list and all of them purchased at least $1 product. That is much more high quality than just people that got it for absolutely free. So that's just a pro tip for you guys. But I, after that, realized, this is working. And Alex Hormozi said one thing: if something is working, do more of that. So that's what I did. I increased the volume of my uploads on Instagram, and each of my reel had a call to action to leave a specific keyword in the comments. And this is the ManyChat automation I use. So when somebody leaves a keyword like, I don't know, water glass or just glass, right? They instantly get an invite to join that free product that I just showed you. So I would structure my reels around, learn a high income skill, grow on Instagram, comment this keyword. I'm going to show you how to do that. And as you can see, these videos started racking crazy amount of views. This video had 7 million views, and I think it has like 5,000 comments. And out of all those 5,000 comments, all of them received an invitation via ManyChat to join that free product. And that free product essentially upsold the paid product. And then I started growing to $30,000 per month. I had days where I made 6,000, 5,000. I had like months, 50,000 month, $61,000 month. Like simply what I did all the time was I was promoting my paid product once per week. I was focusing only on putting out content and marketing and building my email list. So I was only promoting with my email list that I built through the free product. And also I had an upsell inside the free product. And now let's go over and break down my funnel. So everything I used, my software kit, I'm using Kajabi essentially to host my course and email list. I'm using Gumroad to host my free products and my email list. Instagram, of course, for the traffic, and ManyChat to automate everything, to automate those invitations that you see. All right. So it looks like this with clear examples. So this video, I posted this video literally like 2 days ago, already has over 1 million views. And in this video, what I'm doing is I'm giving away color grading preset, right? Look how many comments it has, 1,000 comments. And I'm giving away that color grading preset. When people get that color grading preset, they are not being sold anything, but they get into my email list where later on, they might get an offer from me, right? And realize this is the biggest asset of social media that you can have, directing people and deplatforming them to your own email list. That was that one indicator, that one thing, that one switch that I did that completely changed everything for me. I'm gonna lay down the funnel for you. And one pro tip, guys, when you're making content that you want to essentially use to deplatform your audience and get into your email list, and when you're giving something away in return to them, make sure you align the video with what you're giving. So if you're giving a LUT, if you're giving away a LUT, a preset, make sure your video shows that LUT in action, right? It's very important. That way you're gonna get much more comments, right? So we're sending people here, we're sending people to, products on Gumroad that are free, Viral Real Secrets, Viral Hooks Database, Aesthetic Content Bank. We're just providing massive amounts of value through these products and sending people and directing that traffic to my email list and to those products. And then we start an automated email sequence, with the first email being a welcome email. Your course plus surprise, right, was sent to 40,000 people. That is for one of my free courses that I have. It has a 56% open rate and it has 15,000 clicks. It's just a welcome email. I recommend having a welcome email to every single one of you. But what happens after that is much more important. So what happens after that, and this thing completely automated everything for me to the point where I just can just focus on one thing and one thing only. That is putting out content. That is one thing that I can focus on 24/7. I don't need to worry about anything else. Of course, I need to, upgrade my product, communicate with my clients, my customers, my students. But the entire sales process is happening on the background. You don't need to go out there and constantly promote your product 24/7 because you have the sequence. And the sequence goes like this. We send out a first email 2 days later telling our story, right? So in my case, I would tell my story, how I started as a freelancer and transition into being a personal brand. In your case, let's say you're a fitness space, you would show how you were used to be fat and now you're skinny. You just present yourself 2 days later by just telling your story. Then we're gonna go out there and provide value in that second email 4 days later, right? In the third email, 6 days later, we're gonna provide more value. In the fourth email, 8 days later, we're gonna provide more value. In fifth email, 10 days later, more value. And then sixth email, 12 days later, we're gonna sell. And seventh email, we're gonna sell 2 weeks after, they enroll into the freebie and into our email list. And we start, generating some cool numbers for that. What not to do, okay? Do not promote with your reels and posts in general. Just use them to fuel your list instead. So instead of promoting your paid products, your offers on Instagram, don't do that. I do that sometimes, very, very rarely, 1-2 times per month. But most of the time, just send that traffic to your free product and use that channel that you have to build that email list. It's going to be the biggest asset you're going to build. Do not say link in my bio in your reels and posts. This is big engagement killer. This is just one thing that you don't want to do on social media. Saying, yo, click the link in my bio, get this. Or even direct linking people to, even a free product. Don't just add a link on your story. It's going to dramatically decrease your reach. We have an active sales strategy and we have a passive sales strategy. So active sales strategy is when we promote. I'm going to show you how to do that effectively. And passive sales strategy is when we have it in the background. We have systems working for us to promote that course. So very important is that I do recommend promoting your course once or twice per month at most. And here's how we're going to do that is we're going to send out one direct email promotion. So when we're doing the promotion, we're going to send out an email promotion saying, hey, and just essentially promoting the paid product, right? We're gonna put out a story on Instagram which looks like this. In my case, since I'm selling information about how to grow your personal brand on Instagram, how to grow your audience, I structured it in this way. It totally depends on what type of product you're selling. But when we're doing that promotion, again, we don't want to directly link people into, purchasing it on the link. We want to create a call to action, and we want to have our ManyChat automation ready. By the way, if you don't know how to set it up, I released the entire training on it. It's over an hour training. You can find a ManyChat section. I have a timestamps in there. Check it out on my YouTube channel. It's one of my recent uploads. And inside, I share everything, how to set up ManyChat, everything like that, okay? And that's very important, to have call to action instead of just linking to a link, okay? Now, another thing I like to do sometimes, I told you not to do, but sometimes I do it, is I do promotion in the Reels, like caption. It's not that effective, but sometimes I do it. And inside that caption, I also don't say link in bio, anything like that. I say to leave a specific keyword in the comments. You can read it right here if they want to join the course, okay? I also recommend sending regular newsletters to your list, incorporating a subtle CTA for your paid offer in each one of them, while prioritizing direct value delivery first, okay? So it's very important to be consistently sending out valuable newsletters to your list so they feel like they are not being sold to every time and you actually truly provide value. I can't stress this enough, but you don't want everybody to buy your online course. You only want those people to buy who actually have the highest return on their investment and are the most qualified people. The passive sales strategy is we're gonna be sending out 2 to 3 value emails per week with call to action. So we can have, not every single email has to be promotional email, but you can leave subtle call to actions in every single of your email, right? So when you provide a ton of value on your specific topic, you can say, hey, for more details, you can click here, learn more here, and you can direct people into your landing page. 1 to 2 stories per day, and stories consists of free product promotions, customer results, your results, insights, new insights you're learning, value, and life in general. So whenever you're posting those stories, make sure they're fitting in these criterias. So, people, when they, like your audience, when they see your customer results on your stories, they're not necessarily going to go and buy right now, but they're being nurtured. View this as a nurturing machine, okay? 7 feed posts per week, 80% reels for growth, 20% carousels. I would recommend posting carousels once you have more audience on Instagram because they're very, very good as well right now, especially if you're using audio when posting them. They can go even crazier viral than reels. Each thing you post, this is a big reminder, each thing you post should directly or indirectly impact your sales. Always keep this in mind before posting anything. Even if you're not directly promoting the product, it doesn't mean you're not selling. Sales should always be happening in the background. So guys, if you enjoyed this one, you're definitely gonna enjoy my hour-long training where I reveal how I made over $500,000 with Instagram. I go much more in depth on that training on how to, grow your audience on Instagram and how to sell digital products, courses, just using that platform. So if you want to see that, just click on the video that is showing on the screen right now, and I'll catch you there.